Let's say you don't want to give any credence to this stuff, and you like Herman Cain no matter what. Even if he does this to women, you say, but he knows I'm not electing someone to be good to women.
Right.
I am electing a president who knows how to lead,
right.
who knows the issues, who is familiar with running the country, international relations. That's my man,
yes.
right? That's what you say. Well, then I bring to you, ladies and gentlemen, Herman Cain. This is Herman Cain talking about Libya. This is Herman Cain before the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel editorial board.
So you agreed with President Obama on Libya or not?
Okay, Libya. President Obama supported the uprising, correct? President Obama called for the removal of Gaddafi. Just want to make sure we're talking about the same thing before I say, yes, I agreed, I know I didn't agree. I do not agree with the way he handled it for the following reason. No, that's a different one. I got to go back to see. Got all this stuff twirling around in my head.
Pepperonis, sausage, all kinds of toppings. He's got everything swirling around in his head. Let me think. I got that thing I don't know about in my head. I got that other thing I don't know about in my head. It's all swirling around. All this stuff I don't know about, it's swirling around in my head.
But I love, first of all, don't you think he looks a little like Mrs. Herman Cain?
He looks a little. Yeah. He looks a little.
I think that this thing with Libya and healthcare, when he says, I think that's what he got Libya confused with.
Healthcare, yeah.
It's like, no, I agree with him. No, I don't disagree with him. He has these things, and I understand, man, there are a lot of things that presidential candidates need to know and remember and memorize and have to regurgitate all the time. But that's why they're presidential candidates.
Yeah.
And listen, if he doesn't, the way he seems to be remembering things, he did his Libya homework, and by mistake he might have gotten it confused with his Haiti homework, and I really feel like that he's got them in a line, he's got them compartmented in his head, and that's what's happening to him. But so I don't like that. It looks totally incompetent, and he doesn't even know whether he agrees or disagrees until he realizes what it is. Yeah. And then he's like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to disagree with him. He's the president. I disagree.
Wait a minute. Barack Obama supported the uprising, right? Like he's checking facts.
Right.
He's just getting the basic facts of the thing. Is that what happened? Okay, let me see now.
Right.
You're saying that he doesn't have to know everything. But when I see him on television, the same thing with Rick Perry, and I say, I could do a better job than him.
Yeah.
And that's what's wrong. People at home are going, I could do a better job than him. And you can't be president. I mean, that's why, all right, that's what I think anyway.
No, and it's true. And I must say, though, that this is what happens. This is the dumbing down of America. This is the defense that is going to come from Herman Cain. It's like, I know a lot. I don't think the American people think that I should know every single thing. He did it with Uzbekistan. It was Bekistan when he did that. He should not. He's going to say, I should not have to know everything. I can't know everything. I'm going to learn a lot on the job. I hire advisors to know these things. All of those excuses, and the masses who like Herman Cain are going to say, he's right, the liberal media. Mm-hmm. The media, the editorial board was picking on him there, asking him a question about Libya. Libya's not a 50 state. I mean, it's...
Well, that's what they said about George Bush, if you remember.
And he got elected.
He's going to have a lot of smart people around him. He doesn't need to know everything. He's going to have smart people around him. And you're like, that doesn't work like that. It doesn't work because you have to be smart to know which smart person's telling you the thing that you need to know.
Right.
You need to be able to, because they're going to be two smart people telling you opposite things.
Right.
So you need to be able to decipher between the two smart people.
And you have to be smart enough to have smart friends.
Yes.
Which is a totally different one. Cain continues the onslaught of loving, regurgitation of facts here. This is number 22, clip 22, talking about our president.
So many Republicans supported, congratulated him for how he handled that. You would not have been among that group?
I'm not criticizing him. I'm just saying I just don't think enough was done relative to assessing the opposition before everything, exploded. That's what I'm saying.
That is, I really, he's making that up. He just made that up. That is completely out of nowhere. I don't know what that means. Assessing the opposition, it happened, it went well, it didn't go perfectly, and like anything else, he didn't assess that.
Yeah, he could have done it better. I'm not criticizing him, but what I'm saying is critical.
Right. Because had he assessed the opposition, what would have happened, Herman? What would have happened had we would have gotten rid of Gaddafi? Probably. Well, wait a second. He's gone,
Wait a minute,
right?
he got rid of Gaddafi without committing troops.
If we'd assessed it more, we would have been much more involved than any other. Well, we weren't much more involved than any other nation. This man clearly has no idea what happened in Libya, and now, as any good reporter would do, ask more about the same topic, right? You say you're criticizing.
Oh, there's more?
No, well, let's see.
Is there more to this? That's
Herman,
exciting.
Come back, Herman.
So I'm not clear then. What was the parts that you're criticizing the president for of how he handled it?
Okay. The opposition that wanted to overthrow Gaddafi. Who are they? How organized are they? How strong are they? Who would be the apparent leader? Now that they have succeeded, did they have a plan for how they were going to govern? Or are you going to end up now with a country in complete chaos? This is what I mean by...
But if they didn't have that, then when you back off and not gotten involved,
it would depend upon which part they didn't have. What I'm saying is it's not a clear yes-no answer, because all of those things I think should have been assessed. That's what I'm saying.
And you don't think they were assessed?
I don't know that they were or were not assessed.
This is really like a Saturday Night Live piece.
You can't parody this.
No, you can't parody it. It is what
He's already parodying himself. He's already to the extreme. You can't go. You would the script on the comedy sketch for that would read exactly the same.
Right.
You wouldn't have to write a joke for that. It's just there.
And this is why he shouldn't be president. I mean, whatever you think about the harassment,
Right.
we've already heard what Mrs. Cain thinks, and we already hear the sort of blasé reception that has gotten from the electorate so far, at least judging by the polls. This should disqualify him from the presidency. He may be a great executive. I know very little about the pizza business, but he is not fit for the presidency. And just to answer to disagree, there is zero thought going into these answers.
Almost none. You know, it seems to me that you talk about, I don't know about, it seems what I can glean from watching Herman Cain over these past few weeks is that the pizza business pretty much runs itself.